A new trading week is about to kick off right behind me here at the New York Stock Exchange, and after last week's wild ride on Wall Street, and trust me, it was a very wild ride, investors are continuing to wonder exactly what direction will the markets move in next, because last week, well, the U.S. markets, they started off very strong, so much so that on Monday and Tuesday we saw intraday and all-time record closes. This due mostly in part to strong earnings that impressed investors, as well as President Joe Biden removing any doubt over the future of the Fed leadership by reappointing Jerome Powell as the Federal Reserve Chair. But then after the market was closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving, we woke up on Friday to an abbreviated trading session that saw the Dow Jones drop by more than 1,000 points intraday. Yes, this amid fears of a new COVID variant. The downward move came on Friday after WHO officials on Thursday warned of a new COVID-19 variant that's been detected in South Africa. The United Kingdom temporarily suspending flights from 6 African countries due to the variant. Israel banning travel to several nations after reporting 1 case in a traveler and 2 cases identified in Hong Kong. Belgium also confirming a case. In addition, adding to the sell-off, Friday was the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, where a lot of traders were not on their desks due to an abbreviated trading session with the markets closing at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now the markets, they are set to kick off a new trading week. Right behind me here at the New York Stock Exchange, are we going to see a lot of ups? Are we going to see a lot of lows? Are we going to see left-right trade? What's going to happen? Let's now take a look at what will likely move the markets in the week ahead. Now on Monday, we kick off in the European Union with that region's business, industrial, and consumer confidence reports. Expectations for EU consumer confidence call for a read of negative 6.8. Meanwhile, in Germany, we will see the release of the November preliminary harmonized consumer prices index. Expectations for that read calling for a read of 5.4%, while right here in the United States, we'll have the release of October pending home sales figures. Now, Tuesday, that kicks off in the nation of Japan with that region's unemployment rate for the month of October. Japanese unemployment expected at an unchanged read of 2.8%. And then we remain in Asia, this time with China's November non-manufacturing PMI read. Expectations call for a read of 53. Then it's off to Europe with the EU's preliminary November consumer prices index. Expectations call for a read of 3.7%. Then right here in the United States, we have not just November consumer confidence figures, but we also have a speech from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Now, Wednesday sees us kick off the session in Australia, down under, with third quarter GDP for that nation. Expectations call for a read of negative 2.7%. Meanwhile, October German retail sales figures await expectations in that nation call for a read of negative 2%, while right here in the United States, we have U.S. private payrolls due out. Thursday kicks off in the European Union with the region's unemployment rate. EU unemployment expected to come in at 7.3%. While right here in the United States, we have our normal weekly jobless claims figures, both initial and continuing. And then on Friday, the EU is where we begin. That sees October retail sales figures. Expectations call for a read of 1.5% year over year. But it's also a session that's all about the U.S. employment report. U.S. non-farm payrolls, that comes up first. Currently, that sits at 531,000, while the November unemployment rate, that's expected to come in at 4.5% from 4.6%. And as a quick reminder, investors should be keeping an eye on any health headlines regarding the unexpected new COVID variant spreading across the globe, as that may affect the markets. And until next week, live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm James Sweeney, reporting for ICF.